Hello everyone. Today I will share with you grammar teaching using communicative approach. I am Deborah Lu Cole, your reporter. Perhaps no other aspect of language learning has been as controversial as teaching grammar. For many years, researchers and teachers have argued over whether we should even teach grammar. In spite of the long-standing grammar debate, the fact remains that we do not use language without grammar. Perhaps then the problem is not grammar itself, but the ways that grammar has been taught and learned. Language is not fixed, but is rather a dynamic system. Language evolves and changes. It grows and organizes itself from the bottom up in an organic way as do other complex systems. Himes' theory of communicative competence has been very influential in the development of communicative language teaching, which puts the development of students' communicative competence as its primary goal. The communicative competence asserts that knowledge of a language not only lies in knowing the grammatical forms of that language, but also of knowing how to use them appropriately in different communication contexts. Why is that? Communication is the be all and end all of language learning, and grammar is just the byproduct of this endeavor. Grammar is cumulative. It should not be presented in a linear additive fashion, but should be regularly revised and reintroduced in a cyclical or spiral approach. Teaching communicative grammar means helping students internalize rules and patterns not in isolation but to serve social function in context. Either inductively or deductively, teachers should take into account what the students need, the objectives, educational level, learning styles, error correction techniques, effective communicative activities, and authentic task grammar instructions and lessons are not limited to introducing a grammar item or items, but having learners do controlled exercises and then later assessing students on their ability to understand grammar items will really help the students achieve fluency. Here are five statements about what students sometimes say or do. Are any of these true to you? Number one, students often complain that they know all the grammar, but they are still incorrect when they speak. Students often don't see the relevance of learning grammar. Students say that they want more feedback on the language they produce. Students say they want to do more speaking in your classes. Students can often do very controlled oral practice activities correctly. However, when they are given a freer practice activity, they will often get the target grammar wrong. If you answered yes to any of these statements, then your students really need to learn using the communicative approach in learning grammar. Some of the best tasks for language acquisition are the ones in which each student holds some information to be given to others. All the students have to request and give information. Goals are convergent. There is only one outcome. In this task, it is very important that a clear message gets across so that the students are able to reach the goal of the activity. A lot of interaction and negotiation of meaning is likely to occur in such situation. Therefore, jigsaw and information gap are likely to be the most effective task for language learning. Another way to provide students with more opportunities for communicative practice is to give them out of class assignments that would require them using the target grammar point. For example, if students are practicing present simple for routines, They might practice the grammar point in class and later, for homework, write a short paragraph about their daily routine. If students have mobiles or cell phones or other devices, they can record themselves producing the target language either with another classmate or on their own. For example, students might make interview questions based on the target grammar point and interview a partner, or they might write a script using the target language and record themselves acting it out. For students with internet access, there are a lot of possibilities for productive communicative practice. Student could correspond with e-pals, record podcasts, write their own blogs, or make their own vlogs. All of these activities can be carried out with a focus on target grammar points that relate to in class lessons. With large classes, teachers might have to think a bit differently about how they plan classes. But there are still many ways to provide students with opportunities for productive communicative language practice. Some of the activities for using games in communicative grammar practice are the following. We could use um, sentence, game, or maybe timeline. For sentence game, this is how it works. Using five cards, make sentences in several ways. A game of 54 cards divided into four categories. So you can have adjective, noun, verb, and conjunction. And each card has a color coded to help you organize the cards according to parts of speech. You have to make sentences by using more than two adjectives for one or two nouns. For the timeline, a timeline past present, maybe timeline past present activity. Students here can write their favorite hit songs during those period, or maybe places they have been to and talk about talk about those songs or places they have been to using past and present. For many years, researchers and teachers have argued over whether we should even teach grammar. In spite of the long standing grammar debate, the fact remains that we do not use language without grammar. So it is important that we help our students to achieve what they are, what they need, and that is to communicate the language with using correct grammar. Thank you for listening.